Hello guys, it's D to the B here, and today we're going to be reviewing part 1 of the finale of season 1. Yes, I forgot to mention this in a different video. There's a season 2 going to be coming out next year, which, as you already know, if you've been keeping track with my channel, Bad Batch is going to be the last thing of Star Wars that I'm going to watch ever of modern Disney. I don't care anymore about Star Wars. Like, there was a bit of hope when The Mandalorian came out. Like, sure, The Mandalorian wasn't perfect, but it sparked some hope that The Mandalorian could be the start of rebuilding Star Wars. It was only a fraction that could have saved it. But unfortunately, with stuff like the firing of Gina Carano, Star Wars is back to where it was when the sequel trilogy started. And sorry to sound so negative, I have to be in this case. And here we are with the first final episode of The Bad Batch. I was alright with it. It's a mixed bag, and I will explain why. Alright, let's get into it. So the episode opens up with Crosshair and his squad taking Hunter to the planet of Kamino. Crosshair activates Hunter's comm so the Bad Batch will track him and head towards Kamino, and they have a chance to surround the Bad Batch. Meanwhile, with the Bad Batch, they're preparing to save Hunter, but they have to fix their ship first. When they're done repairing the ship, they immediately get the signal to Hunter's comlink, so they prepare to take off. We find out that Gregor is with Sid, and she's not too happy about it, which that's not a surprise. So then the Bad Batch start heading for Kamino. Meanwhile, Crosshair and his group arrive on Kamino, where they are met up with the new guy, which I keep forgetting his name, and the new guy's like, "Where's the rest of Clone Force 99? And Crosshair is like, "They will come." Then we get this bit of a shot where one of Crosshair's members is like, "I'm kind of questioning the clones." And the new guy is like, "If Crosshair's plan fails, we don't have to worry about any of them. Keep an eye on things." And of course the soldier agrees. Meanwhile, the Bad Batch is starting to head for Kamino to save Hunter. And Tech says that the Empire is using Hunter's communicator intentionally because the Empire wants the Bad Batch to go to Kamino. Meanwhile, back on Kamino, Hunter notices that all the rags are gone. And Crosshair is like, "When did you ever care about the rags?" And Hunter also mentions that the Kaminoans aren't there either. So then Crosshair takes Hunter to the main facilities in Kamino, and they basically chat, and Crosshair's is going like, "You abandoned me," and Hunter's like, "You tried killing us." So then we transition to the Bad Batch eventually arriving on Kamino, where Omega reveals this super secret platform which leads to a super secret lab where we discover that the Bad Batch and Omega were created in it. And we also find out the droid from episode 1 survived, the medical droid. I forget if I mentioned him or not. They meet up and they go together.
Echo and the Bad Batch form a plan to save Hunter, where eventually, actually, immediately when they go to the training center, they get caught and they are captured by Crosshair and his group. Crosshair tries doing the old evil trope that's been used in Star Wars, join me and that stuff. And he also says, like, I'm giving you what you never gave me, a chance. So then Crosshair slashes Hunter's chains and he demands his squad to stand down, where his squad rejects him. And we discover that Crosshair is gonna do a mutiny this whole time because he uses his old mirror technique from the Clone Wars. Yeah, there's a thunderstorm where I'm at right now. Not the most professional, but this is the closest I'm gonna get to it. So, anyway, continuing on, the Bad Batch find out from Crosshair an interesting fact that is kind of confusing, that Crosshair had removed his chip way back. And how he implied it as, I removed my chip a long time ago, makes me think that he removed it at some point in the Clone Wars, which is a bit confusing, because it's acknowledged in the first episode that the chip is working, and if the chip wasn't in there, that makes the whole scene of amplifying his chip pointless, and also kind of make the Kaminoans and Tarkin kind of stupid. They must have had realized it or something. I don't know how they made it look. The chip was in there. The only thing I could buy, even though I don't think it's the case, I hope they explain that, is that Crosshair removed his chip like a while back, like not too long ago, like before they killed like the senator of Kamino, or before he went on Ryloth, I think it is, from episode 10 and 11, I'm pretty sure. No, wait, 11 and 12. Because that's kind of a continuity error if Crosshair removed his chip before the Clone Wars had ended, because that's a bit confusing and making, as I said before, the Kaminoans and Tarkin very stupid. And then they fight off those giant drones from episode 1. If I'm getting all the continuity right, I can't remember exactly. Eventually Crosshair gets knocked out, and Kamino is under attack by the Empire, and they decide to bring Crosshair with them. And here is a problem that I have with this episode. And this is my own particular reason, and I know some people, if there are a lot of people watching this review, they're going to roll their eyes at me, but this is just personally my problem with it because of specific reasons. This contradicts my continuity. Okay, so I have my own continuity of Star Wars. It's a mix between Disney and Legends. I know you're like, oh, come on. And a part of this continuity is Star Wars The Force Unleashed series, which it mentions the second video game, The Force Unleashed 2, which had Kamino in it. And this episode completely retcons that. It's my personal opinion because I like the Force Unleashed games and I don't hate the series of the Bad Batch, but now there's a bit of a problem. I hope they don't completely destroy Kamino. I hope they don't. So yeah, that's how the episode ends. So yeah, a bit of a mixed bag, but it's alright. It has its moments, it has its downfalls, But what are you gonna do? Anyway, that's it for this episode. Have a nice day, guys. And the Bad Batch is almost done. We have one episode left until the series is over. And I'm hoping it's good. I'm really hoping. Have a nice day, everyone.